So 2A22, we're going to do area versus circumference. Battle of the circle, of a circle. Okay, area versus circumference. Does anybody remember the formula from yesterday for area?
Radius squared.
Nice. Good. All right, Alexis, your nose. Okay, so area is equal to pi times radius squared. Good. I'm happy to hear a couple of you remembered them without looking at your notes. How do you find circumference? Santiago? Ooh. What is it?
Circumference equals pi times diameter.
Very good. So circumference is equal to pi times diameter. Very good. Radius is the short line. Diameter is the long line. Okay? So if I give you one circle and I label it 16 inches, I want you to find both the area and the circumference of the same circle. So the same circle, I want to find the area and circumference. But before we do that, can we pass back the calculators? Thank you for holding on to them. If we pass them out too early, it's a distraction. If we pass them out right when we need them, we use them properly. All right. So, all right, here we go. What is pi again? I know some of you were saying it. 3.14 times. What is the radius of this circle? 8. Why? It's half. So 16 divided by 2 is 8. So my radius is 8. This is my diameter. So I'm going to multiply 3.14. Write this down. 3.14 times 8 squared. The radius is 8. So if I need to draw that, I can. So it would be this part, right? So the radius is 8. The long line is 16. All right, what do I type in first into the calculator?
8 times 8.
8 and the square, or 8 times 8, however you can handle it.
64.
Yep. Let me pretend like I didn't see this. I don't understand. 2 days in a row? Do some notes first. All right. Did you type it in? What am I typing in?
3.14 times 64.
All right, do that. Literally, you type it in.
96.
3.14 times 64. I want to see you guys using the calculators.
200.96.
What are my units?
Inches square.
Yes, very good. Huh? All right. Did you type it into the calculator? Well, type it in. Type it into the calculator. You guys literally need to do the process. For those of you who did it, now do circumference. I need you to do it. So did you do it? Okay, cool. And circumference. Now, where are my units at? What's up? Speak louder. I know you can. I can see it from here.
So like
Yeah. Yes. The two should go behind the and we have this nifty little All right. Did you type it in? Did you do it? Come on, I need you to do it. As much as we already have the answer, I need you to practice typing this thing in. 3.14 times 64. Area is equal to 200.96 inches squared. So the inches squared, okay, the inches is a squared part. Then this number's already squared. You already did the square. The inches squared. Inches squared. All right, we're okay with that? We use the calculator. Okay, circumference. What are we going to type in our calculator? Very good. Times 16.
50.24 inches.
Nice. 3.14 times 16. So circumference is equal to 50.24 inches. Inches. Are we okay with those? Okay, it's another. So notice how my answers don't match because you're asking for two different things. When it comes to area, it's the inside part. It's like if I wanted to know how much carpet was in here. So you see how the carpet's flat, right? There's no like volume to it. So how much carpet do I need all the way from the corners, right? Same thing for this. In the circle, if I had a room in my house that was a circle and I wanted to put blue carpet in there, how much carpet do I need? That's area. I would need 296 inches squared of carpet. For circumference, that's when you walk around the circle. How far did I go walking around? That's circumference. So if I were to take a string and, glue it around here, I had a string, I have it in the stem up. How far did I go walking around? That's circumference. Area is, how much wood is this? If I were to paint this or put carpet on it, how much do I need? The inside. Circumference, around. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Or we need formula. The reason we have a formula is, can I use a ruler? Can I use a ruler to measure around this?
No.
It doesn't have edges, right? So what I do is I measure across and then multiply by 3.14 and it will give me the distance around this.
Why do that?
Because a super awesome mathematician discovered that the relationship between this number and this is about 3.14. And I'm trying to find a movie because it's pretty cool to wow, someone thousands of years ago without Google, without a calculator, discovered that if you take this number and multiply it by 3.14, you'll get this all the way around. Which is pretty cool to just take a moment and...
So it's always going to be
That's crazy.
3.14.
Someone discovered that.
I discovered.
You discovered it thousands of years ago. You look pretty good for your age.
I know.
All right, let's do another example.
I found the fountain of youth.
Ooh, let me have some.
If I can find it again.
7 inches. So I want to find the area and I want to find the circumference. What am I going to type in? For area? Yep, it always starts with 3.14, right? Times what? 7 squared. Because this is a radius and we're in good hands when we are given the radius. Times 7 squared. All right, type it in, whatever you need. Some of you can do the 7 squared in your head. Fantastic. $49, good. Okay, now use your calculator and type in on your phone, your calculator, 3.14 times 49.
I got the answer. Can I say?
Sure.
It's 153.86.
153.86.
153.
Yep.
0.86.
What?
Squared.
Inches squared. Good. So area is equal to 153.86 inches squared. Awesome. That's for area. Now what are we going to do? Circumference. circumference is equal to, what do I multiply for circumference?
3.14
No, 14. Why? Because I need the diameter. Is this the diameter? No. What is our diameter? 14. So it's there to trick you. You know, they're mean and evil. They're mean and evil. So use your calculator. Type it in. Don't wait for your neighbor to give you the answer. You have a calculator, so use it. 3.14 times 14.
439.
Ooh.
43.96 inches. I read that wrong. 43.96
Centimeter, circumference is equal to 43.96 inches, and you're done. Not squared. Squared is only for area. Squared is only for area. Circumference is not squared. And you know what? That brings up a great point. Sometimes on a test when it's multiple choice, let's say this answer, right? They'll do A, B, C, D, right? Like A will be like a random number, right? That makes no sense. And then they'll go 43.96 inches squared, 43.96 inches, 43.96. And they'll be like, okay, what's the circumference of the circle? What would be my correct answer? C. But do you see how they trick you? You might do all the work and be like, oh, it's 43.96. Oh, my answer is B. Okay, B, click, next question. And it's like, no. You got to slow down and be like, look, they put inches squared. Is that okay for circumference? No. So they'll give you the same number. The only difference is your unit. So be careful. Don't get tricked. All right. Yeah, don't go too fast. All right. Today what we're going to do is we're going to do a worksheet that looks like this. This one. And then at the end of the period, once we've solved for our answers, you're going to get this, which is like a coloring. It matches, the answers match to like the colors and whatnot. We'll go over it. And then don't ruin it for me. You'll end up with a picture. I think it might be a puppy, but I'm not sure yet. Don't ruin the surprise. I don't know what it is. I can't tell.
It looks like a rocket ship.
Yeah, it looks like a puppy. Maybe we can. Don't ruin it.
It's pie.
You're bringing me pie tomorrow?
No, I really like
The pie.
the answer
Don't put away your notes. You're going to might need them. All right. Okay, let me go over some of the directions for the first part. Yeah, error. Okay, the first part, 1 through 6, you're going to be solving for area. The second part at the bottom, this second part, number 7 through 12, you're going to be finding circumference. Okay, so the first part, I'm going to write it down here. It's always good to write your formulas on the worksheets. Area is equal to pi times radius squared. Look at number 1. Did they give us radius? Did they give us a short line? Yes. So this is radius. So we're in good shape. They gave us the number that we need. Yay. Okay. So area equals. What number do I type in first? But I'm going to write it down. What's the number that we always use?
3.141.
Good. Hey.
what?
3.14. That's it. Okay, times, what am I going to multiply by? Radius squared. What's my radius? 14 squared.
196.
Okay, type this into your calculator. I know some of you already did it, but make sure you're writing it down. Miss Amelia, I'm using a calculator. Do you have to show this work? Yes, you do. 100%. What I'm writing down, you're expected to write down. So 14 squared That's 14 times 14. So we're doing that. 14 times 14. We're typing it in. Oh, wait, I'm on 14 times 14. 196 times 3.14. I'm almost caught up to you guys. Ruben, don't worry about it. So type this in. 3.14 times 196. How did I get 196? 14 squared. So 196 times 3.14. So area is equal to 615.44 what? Meters squared. So you're going to practice writing the units, okay? On your paper. Now, I want to know if I got this right. Look all the way at the bottom. Is your answer somewhere in the bottom?
No.
Yeah. Where is it?
It's yellow.
Yellow, right? So, if your answer's at the bottom, you're on the right track. If your answer's not at the bottom, you did something not correct. You have to redo everything. But you showed your work so that I can pinpoint, oh, this is where you made your mistake. That's why we show work, so I can see that's where you made your mistake. You didn't do this or you did that.
It says like their mistakes are proof you were trying.
Correct. You're trying. Then we make you do it all over again. All right, number 2. Is that the number that I need? No. Divided by 2. What's my radius? 10. Good. All right, do it.
When do you know when to divide it by 2?
When it's a long line.
So
See, it's a long line.
The short line. The first one's a short line.
So this one's a short line. I like it. Use it.
So you're technically dividing all of them by 2, right?
No, I didn't divide the 14 by 2.
Number 3, we're going to take 7. How are we going to do that?
With the calculator. You should be doing number 2 on your own right now. It tells in the directions. Look at us working on number 2. Good job. Okay, so what's the first thing I wrote down? Where did I get this number from? Okay, so what number am I going to write down? Oh, I need a short line. This is the long line. What's a short line? What's the radius equal to? Yeah, I even wrote it down. Square it. A little 2. Alright, use your calculator. Okay, what's the first thing I wrote down? Where did I get the 14? Short line, right? So what's the short line for number 2? Is Miss O'Malley? Correct, she is absent. Bye. What's 10 squared? Good. Very fast. Yeah. So square it. Go to it then. Make me happy. Now do it. That's your answer. Francisco, don't forget about your English, okay? So number 3, we got to cut 7 in half, right?
Yeah. How
Okay.
do we do that, though?
With the calculator, 7. What do I do with the 7? Okay, so just type it in,
3.5.
Yeah.
and then you have to square that.
Oh.
So radius is 3.5, but we still have to square it.
12.25.
Yeah, times. Okay, what number do we always start with? Okay. I want you again. But leave it. Terrible. But if you finish early, come back. So, just work to do. Number one, right? So all your number ones. Imagine if everybody just stood up to talk to the teacher. We don't do that in seventh grade. Do that in elementary. But in seventh grade, we stay and we raise our hand or we don't do that. So where did you just what number do I use? Times. Oh, this is in a circle. Don't use the 20, not 20. No, we gotta put it in half. Yeah, 10 squared. 10 to the power of 2. So 10 to the power of 2. Yeah, that's why you should be able to do it. So what's 10 squared? 10 times 10. Yep. So this little thing. So it is 3.14 times. And yeah, it's the same thing. All the problems are the same. Did I use a big one for this one? Radius squared. finish it first before we give you your coloring activity. Well, we have to multiply times diameter, not radius. Pretend you finish it, you'll get a 10. Full credit for your good work. He's showing me what you multiply by. Super neatly, too. Super neatly. I can totally understand it, right? That's what I need to see. He used to calculator, right? He used to calculator? Yeah. So show me what he did. Because I can't read his brain. What did you do? So you gotta show me on paper. So. The yellow one, yes, and this one I will collect. But I'm gonna give you more time tomorrow as well. Oh, let me get this trash out. All right, you got the white paper. Now the white one, it's so number 1, this was our answer, 615, right? So at the bottom, I see, 615 is yellow, right? So yellow